So this is interesting. I always wanted a pair of these. These are the Wolverine 1000 mile boots in brown with the cap toe and the vibrant half soles stitched into a leather footbed. And I got these on Sierra for 229 bucks factory seconds. Came in this box, and it's a very generic looking box. I don't care. And they had plastic bags wrapped around the boots, which is pretty good. I guess they didn't scratch each other. Came with the return label. And yeah, Sierra is just a company. It's if you own stock, you know that TG, I think it's called TGX. If you're on there, if you want to buy the stock, it was TJ Maxx, and I don't think you want to buy the stock because it's been about the same for the past 30 years. But the boots, yeah, I just want to talk about them because they are nice looking boots. And I must say, there's another channel out there. It's called David's Garage. And he just put a video up 10 minutes ago. And I had made one this morning. I'm like, I better change it because it turned out to be exactly very similar to his. And he's got a much better channel than mine anyway. He edits. It's beautiful. It's nice. I don't do anything. But it's just funny to see another person go up and buy these things. I couldn't resist it. I want to talk about the uppers first. This is Horween Chrome Excel, and Horween's out of Chicago. And some people love the smell of Horween leather. I personally do not. I hate it. I do not like the smell of Horween, but some people love it. Not that it matters, because you don't, I mean, you have to be on another level if you're just going to sniff your boot all day. But this is, it's beautiful leather. And I'm not saying it's top of the line, but at least it's made in America, and it is like a nice finish to it. And I know I got a big glare on it right now, but this thing pulls up like you wouldn't believe. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm not capturing it on my phone here. That's all I use is a phone. But it's got a great amount of pull up, and it's supple. It feels reasonably thick. This is supposedly only 2 millimeters thick, but I'll tell you what, that tongue right there is definitely more than 2. I'd say that's 2.2 if you ask me. And it's just packed with oil and wax, and I literally can feel it. I can feel it right there. It's like almost tacky. You know what I mean? Right there at the heel counter. But they're good looking boots. I think they're going to break in really nice. But they're not, they are factory seconds. So there is a few imperfections. So if you're ever thinking about buying these off of Sierra, let me just show you a couple of things that I found that are super minor, in my opinion. First of all, the leather's tight. I don't see any loose grain. This heel counter, it's got a little tiny wavy like indent. And I tried them on. I can't feel it. It's probably going to go away. It's probably a Celastic anyway in there, if I remember some of the cut in half videos. I get a little bit of fraying right there. Not much. This is probably the worst of it. The entire boot is I have a little frayed on that welt. And where the welt meets, they put some cement there, I would think. And I'll tell you what, I could care less about that. I've got boots that are, more expensive that look much worse. When they shaved this down, when they sanded it, I feel a little hump. You know how you go around this and they work it through the sander? Just a little hump there. And it's a little tiny, I can feel it. There's a little waviness right there on this heel cap. But I can certainly live. I would have probably paid full price for that. That's not a big deal at all. And if you look at the other boot, I have the same fray right there. I have a slight, and that could have been just from packaging, right there, a little indent on the heel counter inside there. I don't have any fraying on the stitching on this one at all. I get a little bit of fray up here. That's it. The leather is tight. There's no loose, wrinkly, grainy type of stuff going on at all. The toe caps, I would tell you what, I really love the toe caps on these. I just find them to be pronounced, but not like bulbous like a Iron Ranger, and I love Iron Rangers. And I like the laces. It's a flat cotton wax lace, 3 speed hooks and 4 eyelets, and it's got like a antique brass look to it, if you can see that. But I tried them on and they feel good. They feel really good, really comfortable. They run long. I found them to be really similar to my Iron Ranges. And I didn't work these, but I've worn the heck out of these. I'm going to continue to do that. This is, I'm usually a 13 on a Brannock, and the 12D fits me great. So from what I read online, very similar. And I did the exact same thing. I went with the 12Ds, same deal, fits me good. And when I put them in there, I thought that looked a little narrow. I go, uh-oh, this is going to be a problem. And they weren't. Fits good. And I just want to, I'll wear these. I'll wear my casual boots. You know, I'm going to wear them. And I tell you what, that kid on Dave's Garage does the same thing. I love his channel. It's really good. And for some reason, we end up buying a lot of the same boots. But I have some miles in on these. I'm probably at 400, maybe 500 miles on the Iron Ranges. Actually, probably more than that. Probably about 600 miles. And this definitely a different feel to the leather. The copper rough and tough has a ton of pull up, but it feels much, much, much stiffer than the Chrome XL. And this feels a lot more supple and waxed and oily and just good. So I'm just curious to see how these are going to break in, because they do tend to wrinkle. I've seen plenty of videos where across your vamp, it's going to wrinkle up quite a bit. It's easily scratched and scuffed, and who cares? I mean, that's the good stuff. I don't mind that stuff. It's just, those are your battle scars in a boot. I love that. And it's just, that's why we wear them. That's why we like them. And I don't know what the hell's wrong with me anyway. I keep buying boots. This is a birthday present to myself. And I get some more boots on order, and I probably get a stop, honestly, because I'm not sponsored or anything like that. So this is getting a little crazy. But I'll tell you what, I don't have a car payment. My bills are in order. Everything's going good. So for me to go out and buy a pair of boots once a month, it's not the end of the world, especially when it's 200 bucks. I know there's guys I know that have $700 car payments on their brand new F-150s. So for me, but yet, yeah, I got to stop. It's too much. It really is. I'll tell you what too. There is a lot of talk about this sock liner in there. You see that? I'll get my annoying flashlight in there. And how it could potentially curl up. I am not going to have a problem with that. There is no way I'm going to have a problem with that. I have no issues with that whatsoever. And that's pigskin leather. I don't know if you can see that way in the vamp area. And I don't have a problem with the old heritage, like, unless it's like a leather footbed, unless it's a leather this, it's not the best boot. I find that stuff to be just a little bit petty. I really do, especially for casual use. Just because this has a suede heel counter cover, that's not bad. I don't know who needs a full grain heel counter cover if it's casual. I really don't. And then you have inside there, I'm going to have a piece of thin pigskin leather on the footbed. And then it's a fiber board going into cork, going into a pretty good sized leather outsole. So to me, it's like, that's totally fine. And don't forget, you still have a piece of rubber right here. So if the rubber's there and the leather's there, and then cork, and then your fiberboard, and then your pigskin, you have layers, and you have plenty of them. And you can pound away at this for a long time, and you're going to have zero issues with a good quality leather upper. And the same thing with this heel stack, where they give you an enormously thick outside cap right here. A thin piece of leather. And then it's like a leather board where they just grind it together. And you could tell by looking at it. Do you think you're going to have a problem with that? There's no way you're going to have a problem with this. It's glued, it's nailed, it's in there. You're stepping on it, so you're squishing it down. Nothing is going to happen to this. And if it did, you take it to a cobbler, they tear that thing off, it's done. There's no problem. I don't have an issue with this at all, and I love the contrast. I think it looks great. I think these things look really good. And the rubber on the outsole, it's a Vibram up front. or Vibram. It definitely is a nice soft feeling outsole, and I like it. I will get a little bit of traction out of these. I mean, I'm not going to go hiking in these, but for casual use around town, at work, I think these will be totally fine. No problem whatsoever. And I just want to quickly talk about the Urban Wolf Club boot, because they look pretty similar. Like when I got these in the mail, I was wearing these, and I'm like, hey kids, look at Dad's new boots that he just ordered. And they all just said, they look exactly the same. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, you just don't get it. But if you look at the back of this, I love the leather stack on that. It's great. I love these boots too. But this is the only problem with these boots, is this leather cap on the bottom. It's just thin. So I had to buy like little caps that I'm going to put on there just to take up the, so I don't want it to go into the actual leather. Yeah, but probably should end the video quickly here. I'm going to do some follow-ups on these. Believe it or not, I am going to follow up on all the boots that I bought recently, because I do wear them every single day. It just takes time, and I love the follow-ups. I'm not good at unboxing because I don't have any stories to talk about with it. You know, I don't have any durability stories or things that happen to the boot when it's new like this, but I like to capture it anyway because I love boots. And I love quality boots, and I love good deals. I mean, for 229 bucks, this was a deal I just couldn't pass up. And I have some more coming that I found online that were just way too good to pass up. And that's about it. And don't mind the thumb. I tore into that. I don't even know how I did it. I'm just glad I didn't bleed on these. That would have been a story. But anyway, the Wolverine 1,000-mile boots in brown. Good deal in Sierra, and they're still available. Thanks.